Hello, this is Soundout here, and today we'll be taking a look at two more Sonic the Hedgehog figures with Silver the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat. Let's begin!
It's morphin' time!
Alright, so here is Silver and Rouge. I didn't have the foresight to wait to open Silver or film any packaging segment for him. As you can imagine, he's packaged like every other figure in the line, but here's his card back, so you can see his bio. A mysterious herald from the future. So, pretty much there it is. And like I previously reviewed Omega, so if you missed the Omega review, I also reviewed the Sonic Encyclopedia book, which I guess a lot of people weren't into, but if you missed the Omega review, it's linked around the video. I'll make sure to link it at the end, as well as in the cards if you're on mobile and desktop. But yeah, so I did review Omega already, and these are just re-releases. So we're gonna look at Silver today, but Omega's already reviewed, so go check that out if you haven't. And that was Wave 7. So Wave 8, we have Rouge the Bat in her second only figure, because the previous one was Toy Island, I think, for Sonic X. But you see we got Sonic the Hedgehog, Rouge, not Rouge the Bat, but just Rouge. You got her accessory there on the back. Leader of Team Dark, world-class jewel thief, fashion-forward, and part-time government spy. So that pretty much just sums her up pretty good. Rouge the Bat is a fantastic character that does not get used enough. And yeah, she is in a wave with a reissue of Shadow. So if you're looking to get Team Dark and miss the earlier release of Shadow, there he is. Also a reissue of Dr. Eggman, always good to have. And then a reissue of Supersonic, which we'll also look at today because he comes with a new Chaos Emerald color. We're almost done. There's one more after this, but we'll look at that in a moment. We're going to start with this guy, actually, because he is just straight up reissue plus Chaos Emerald. So, those are the three we're looking at. Let's get to it. Alright, so here we have Supersonic. And this one, like I said before, is exactly the same. So let's move the nice, shiny new Chaos Emerald out of the way. Bring in the previous one. They are identical. Color-wise, expression-wise, hands-wise. Nothing different, so if you have the original release and you're just worrying about figures and not Chaos Emeralds, you don't need this one. If you don't have the original release, this one's a good pickup. So, it's good to get the figures out again, and I don't typically buy the reissues, but I like that they're always there. I want to make sure Jakks, keeps these going, because I think one of the problems with some of the other Jakks-specific lines, or just other lines in general, you don't get the main characters too often. Like, for example, I don't know the last time a basic Mario and Luigi came out for the Mario line, and heck, I think Princess Peach hasn't been around since the World of Nintendo days. Don't quote me on that. I don't collect that line at all anymore. I used to, but when it comes down to Sonic, we are getting the main characters reissued over and over and over again. Almost every figure's been reissued at some point, so that's fantastic. So it's good to have this. I'm not decrying the re-releases, and it's good that they put in different accessories because it makes each version different. But yeah, I'm kind of all right, cool. We're only one Chaos Emerald away. So here, let's move these out of the way. So this is our nice teal Chaos Emerald. Looks just gorgeous. This one picks up the camera light really well, or the camera picks up the light really well through this. It's really pretty. I love the Chaos Emeralds. I love that they can stand because they don't have a pointed tip to them. But yeah, we're almost done with this, and it's I had to rebuy, what was it? I bought Neon Sonic before Omega came with the same Chaos Emerald. I had to rebuy Knuckles, Sonic, Classics. No, I don't think Classic Sonic had one. But I had to rebuy Supersonic now. So, I mean, it's fine. I will deal with it, but, we're getting close to the end here, so I'm hoping that after this there won't be accessories that I'll feel the need to rebuy figures for. But here we go. So we got all the Chaos Emeralds. I don't remember which one came with which figure. You can go back and check my reviews if you're very curious. I actually have green and yellow twice because yellow came with Omega and Neon Sonic, and then green came with the recent Modern Sonic that I reviewed on Monday. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking at this. Let's put the green one in the center. I think we're one emerald away, and then maybe a gigantic Master Emerald from having all of the Chaos Emeralds. So that just looks super nice. It's nice to see. I'm hoping, we'll get these. They may do a multi-pack of these at some point. Jazzwares did it with the 3 Super Hedgehogs, but yeah, I'm really happy we're almost done. One more to go, so hopefully the next wave has it, and I don't need to buy figures again for the Chaos Emeralds. All right, let's talk about something new with Silver the Hedgehog. First up, he comes with a red ring. I know we've seen this at some point. I don't remember where. Again, you can check my reviews because I keep track of it there. But here's the red ring. It's a red ring. Cool. Let's put that off to the side. So let's look at Silver. Now, Silver is one I did want to get into the line. I think I mentioned that before. I was like, hey, why don't we get a Silver? Especially after his 2.5-inch figure came out. I was like, you know what? We need Silver. And he looks great. He debuted in Sonic 06, which isn't the most loved game, but he's had some other appearances since that are really fun. He is a time traveler from the future and has silver hair. So he's essentially like if Sonic's the Goku, Shadow's the Vegeta, and Silver's the Trunks. And they all can become supers, so that's pretty fun. But anyways, Silver's really cool. I like him as a character a lot. So just as a design, he just has like this really cool like spiky hair. Really nice paintwork on this guy too. His head has basically no movement because of his collar, so he only has like a little side wobble. What's interesting too with Silver is that he's got a lot of detail on his feet. So he's got these hexagon type shapes before the internet ruined the shape of a hexagon. But you know, he's got kind of that cool pattern down there. And what's really interesting is that he has these lines on the inside of his hands and the outside of his hands. And these are for his telekinetic abilities. So these are a very important paint app. And some of the Silvers I've seen are a little messier than others. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You may need to check and see and go, hey, that one looks better than that one. Best you can in the package. But anyways, this one turned out pretty good on mine. Articulation-wise, he's got 360 shoulders in the outward movement, ball-jointed wrists, hips that move in and out, knees that work. Gosh, what's with stiff knees lately? Is it just the weather? But anyways, knees bend, and then we've got a ball-jointed boot area. So he gets, you know, pretty much the same range as Sonic. I do like that he can kind of do a outstretched telekinesis pose, because that's pretty much just how I have him posed. Like that, looks pretty cool. So you got that going on overall. So, I mean, yeah, he's a great looking figure. I mean, it's Silver the Hedgehog. There's not too much to him, but he is a little bit more intricate than some of the other Hedgehogs, and I'm glad that we finally got him in the line. All right, so here we have the 4-inch Silver with the 2.5-inch Silver. So you can see they're different sculpts, but have kind of similar ideas. You know, an outstretched hand and then a fist. But yeah, you know, I think it's good. I actually like this Silver a little bit more than the old 2.5-inch here from Jakks. So yeah, I mean, Jakks has done 2 Silvers at this point, and overall I'm pretty happy with them. And here's a quick side-by-side with Silver and his Jazzwares counterpart, which, boy, every time I look at a Jazzwares figure now, I'm just like, oh, those joints, they're painful. I mean, it was cool that they had all those joints, but like, they did not make the figures look great. I do like the hands on the Jazzwares one a little bit, because they're 2 splayed open hands, but I really like the Jakks one more. They're just better figures overall. And here we have Silver with his Hedgehog brethren, with Shadow and Sonic. They make a nice trio, and again, follow through on a Dragon Ball reference that I think most people don't know about. So as I was opening Rouge, I wanted to give a compliment to Jakks' packaging design, because they have a plastic tie down, because she's a little bit smaller framed, and I think that they didn't want to have, you know, her just pushed into a bubble, you pull her out, something could break. So this is great. But what they did here that I like over some other figures, like I know some NECA figures and some others use these same plastic tie downs. And what happens is that they'll be against the figure, they'll either rub a line into the figure. But what Jakks has done is put an extra layer of plastic on top of her, so it puts the tie down onto the plastic. So that holds the plastic in place, which holds her in the bubble, as well as like her ears are clipped in. So this is just fantastic. Like, this is gonna make sure the figure is undamaged with the little plastic tie, but also still holding her in place so she doesn't fall around in the packaging. So, well done. All right, so here is Rouge the Bat. I've never owned a figure of this character before, which, because there was only the one prior, but man, I really like this character. I'm so glad to see her in action figure form. So she debuted back in Sonic Adventure 2, and she is quite an interesting character. I think she sort of showed the maturity of the Sonic franchise, that it kind of was growing with its audience, because she is not, you know, either a good guy or bad guy. She's got kind of that morally gray area, sort of a Catwoman vibe. And yeah, she's just cool. I mean, she's just a really cool character. So what's really neat about this figure is that, if you ever see me messing with the wings, she is like way more articulated than pretty much anybody else. And I'm not even kidding. So let's get to it. First of all, let's look at the details. I think they did a good job with the face sculpt here. The torso as well. Paint job is pretty good. I mean, this is like I think they're $12 now, basic figure. But even down to her boots. The impressive part, too, is that the boots do not hinder her balance. So with the heels, they're wide enough that you can get her to just stand. This is an accomplishment for action figures, because anytime there is a female action figure that has high heels of any kind, they almost always are like unstable. Perfection. So yeah, let's get to that articulation. First up, her head. It'll turn 360 if you move it far enough. We'll get to the wings in a moment. But yeah, her head does turn 360, so that's definitely an improvement. Let's talk about the wings. So on the back here, her wings are hinged, so you can get them out of the way. So if you want them back so you can move her arms, perfect. If you want them forward so you can see them better, perfect. If you want them halfway, perfect. They are, I think this one holds a little stronger than this one. They are just kind of like wedged in there, but they do move, which is just amazing. Shoulder-wise, they move out, they move forward, they run into her head, they move back, they run into her head. That's just design. That's not anything to do with the action figure. What's impressive, though, is she has elbows. I was not expecting elbows because I think, yeah, Amy didn't have elbows, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all of them don't have elbows. The only ones that have elbows are Metal Sonic and Omega. So this is cool, and it hides so well. The really cool part about this figure is the way that she's sculpted and designed. You can't even see most of the joints. The wrists do turn and swivel. The hips move. Oh, I almost spoiled the knee joint there. The hips move out, forward, back, all that. They also have a knee joint, so there we go. Rouge has a knee joint as well. You can't even tell. Like when I first saw the pictures of the figure, I was like, okay, she's got hip joints, she's got shoulder joints. Couldn't even notice the elbows and knees. It's that clean. And then this also rotates there, and then you have her foot, which rotates, and it can get kind of weird. I tend to just position her like boots where they're both pointing outward, and then that balances her out pretty good. So, I mean, even if you do this, you can still get her to balance, like she's doing like a cute like one step. So that's just awesome. So what's also cool is just like with Amy, with the other guys, in the line, they all come with accessories they really can't use. It's like spike traps or rings or something. Amy came with her hammer, and Rouge comes with her bat bomb. So as you can see here, it is, it's got a big old heart on it. It's got the 3 spots on the side. So getting it to stand up like that, it's just going to roll, but you could balance it on any one of those little spots there. If we can get this to balance out. Ta-da. But of course she can hold it. Now it doesn't grip it like, say Amy in the bat bomb. Or, sorry, Amy in the Pico Hammer, and it will throw off her balance if you're doing that like little one-step thing, but if her feet are flat, she's going to hold that bat bomb absolutely perfect. I don't like to throw around the word perfect action figure, but in terms of a Sonic the Hedgehog figure, which is a series that has a lot of great design work that doesn't always translate well into plastic, this downright might be the most perfect figure. I have zero complaints. All of her joints work, everything's articulated. She's got everything she could need, and she can hold her accessory and hold it well. And most importantly, she's balanced. Look at this. I can even shake the table a bit, and she's still, look, even the bat bomb still stayed sort of there. So fantastic work. I hope she's the new standard, because this line's just getting better, and I'm so excited. Now, of course, what other comparison could we have but with the rest of Team Dark? So, of course, she is the leader of Team Dark, especially according to the packaging bio. I like how they essentially confirm that. But her, Shadow, and Omega here are the official Team Dark from Sonic Heroes, and they are some of the coolest characters. I really like them, and I love how they have a character balance to them. Like, Omega's super serious, Rouge is kind of jokey, kind of playful, and Shadow over here is trying to be serious, but he's actually kind of a dork. But the 3 of them together make a great pairing. I did want to mention this on Omega, because in my video I had mentioned that his elbows worked weird, like one went out this way and then one just bent normal. So what I've been informed of is that from other people getting Omega and in my comments, there is supposed to be a bicep swivel there to turn the arms, but it was accidentally glued in the production process, it seems, on many, so everyone's got theirs in a different position. So that's kind of unfortunate. That may be something I go in and try to maybe figure out how to cut the glue apart. But I'm not going to mess with it at the moment. But that is something that there is a QC problem, and I do want to update everyone on that because at the time I wasn't sure, but definitely been brought to my attention that, yeah, everybody's Omega's elbows are in a different place, so it seems like they were glued by accident. But that being said, just absolutely fantastic. And the fact you can get all these pretty much on-store shelves at the same time, with Omega being in Wave 7, and then Rouge being in Wave 8, and then Shadow being reissued in Wave 8, man, Jakks Pacific is spoiling us. And I am very, very excited to see what's next, because this is another team done. I think, man, right now, I'm like, Ray the Flying Squirrel would finish off that duo from the arcade games, but we still need a classic Tails and a classic Knuckles to finish off Sonic Mania, and we still haven't even touched Team Chaotix yet. Like, I'm gonna hold off my whole wish list here, but this has made me very happy. This is the first, I should say that, this is the first time we've had Team Dark complete in action figure form, because we were missing Omega from the old Sonic X figures. So, boom, Team Dark. So here is the entire Sonic the Hedgehog 4-inch line from Jakks so far, with a couple little 2.5-inch line additions that scale with them. I'm so happy. It's amazing. Like, we're going into this year, 2022, and it's just like, oh my God, Sonic's finally having his day. It really feels like Sonic has been, you know, number 2 to Mario, secondary in a lot of things, constantly getting, you know, not the best treatment. But here we are. We got an amazing line of action figures and other toys too, because I've been buying almost everything. You know, we got an amazing line of toys. We've got now the second movie coming up, a spin-off show, another movie, another cartoon show coming up. We're getting stuff on Blu-ray. You know, the comics are still great and still going. I can't be happier, because I pretty much thought my level of happiness for Sonic was going to peak at, hey, we get a game every couple years. And, oh yeah, we're also getting another game this year, plus apparently a collection of the original 2D games that I fell in love with in the first place. So yeah, I'm an incredibly happy Sonic fan, just on so many levels. And this line is part of it. So thank you to Jakks. This isn't by no means the end. I just thought this would be a good marker point just to express my feelings. We're done with Wave 8, so I don't know what Wave 9 is. The next 4-inch wave is based on the second Sonic movie, and I will be out looking this weekend, seeing if Target will let me buy them, and hopefully have a review for you guys next week. If not, you will see other things on the channel. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and leave a comment down below and tell me your prediction for Wave 9 of the line. I'm really just hoping for Ray the Flying Squirrel at this point. It's weird we got Mighty so long ago. Let's get Ray. Let's finish off that little team. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Check out my other Sonic videos if you haven't. Thank you to everyone that has already done all that. You are amazing. Also, be sure to check out Hero Club at hero-club.com for Sonic movie news and more, and my awesome graphic designer on Twitter at darkclaw643. And until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye.